To the World Series, Game 6 of the World Series on Avengers Baseball. Please stand by as I handle some, I guess you'd call them technical difficulties. Basically setting up the laptop in front of me, giving it a click. I want to upload the thumbnail in advance. Let's click onto Edit Video. Thank you for your patience. Please stand by. Upload thumbnail. World Series Game 6 thumbnail. Press that to open it. Select the playlist. Might as well throw it in the proper playlist. Now press save. So imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball against legends past and present. And then imagine a full 162 game regular season on YouTube. No skipped innings, no simulated games. All of them in their entirety. That's what I've done with this created franchise known as the Hollywood Avengers. It's the World Series now. It's a 3-2 lead for the Hollywood Avengers. Time for Game 6 of the World Series. If the Avengers win, they win the World Series. If Cleveland wins, they force a Game 7. So there we go. It shows on the phone. Perfect. Shows on the phone. Make sure that I have the chat box up. All right, it's time to go. Pressure's on. It's Tom Hiddleston versus Mike Fultonowicz. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Let's go to the calendar. As you can see, the two final games, Game 6 and Game 7, if necessary. Tom Hiddleston pitches. Let's go view organization games. Play game. Okay. Play full game. I will refer to them as the Cleveland baseball team. We play our home games at Crosley Field. Clear skies. Tom Hiddleston. Lineup looks good. 3-2 lead here in a best of 7 series. First team to win 4 games wins the World Series. If you're new to the broadcast, I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And every game since the very beginning of the season has been set to difficulty setting of All-Star for both hitting and pitching. And of course, I do play-by-play. We are live here at Crosley Field for Game 6 of the World Series. Cleveland baseball team visits down 3-2 in a best of 7 series. On the mound, Loki, Tom Hiddleston, making his 4th start of the postseason. His record is 2-0. He will face Edgar Martinez to start Game 6. 371, 1 homer, 5 RBIs.
The third baseman.
And before we go any further, we go to options, gameplay. Hitting difficulty, as you can see, is set to All-Star. And the pitching difficulty is also set to All-Star. Okay.
Edgar.
Let's do this. Here's Game 1. Pitch 1. Drive to left by Edgar. Over is War Machine. Check that. That's the Winter Soldier. And there's one away, one pitch, one away. Starting lineup here in Game 6. The Cleveland baseball team. Third base, Edgar Martinez out. K-Line's in right. Eddie Murray's at first. The center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. Trevor Story's at short. Marcel Ozuna's in left. Salvador Perez is the catcher. Gene Segura is the DH and batting ninth, playing second base. Colton Wong. So, next up, Al K-Line, 306, 4 RBIs in the postseason. Here comes the pitch from Loki. Grounded to first, fielded by Tony Stark. Takes it himself. 2 pitches, 2 away here in the top of the first inning.
The first baseman, number 33, Eddie Murray.
2 outs, bases empty. Up steps Eddie Murray, 354, 5 homers, 22 runs batted in. 22 RBIs for the postseason is a lot of runs batted in. Slider in there, strike 1. And he chases a high fastball, pops it up to short right center field. Dave Bautista is there. He makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Loki. Half inning gone by in Game 6 of the World Series. No score. Hollywood Avengers coming to bat. On the mound for the Cleveland baseball team, Mike Fultonowicz. I guess 4th start. He's 2-1. This is a rematch of Game 2 of the World Series, in which the Avengers won 15-6. Leading off for the Hollywood Avengers is Anthony Mackie, hitting .446, 6 homers, 12 RBIs in the postseason. He plays Sam Wilson, or the new Captain America, in the MCU. And that's a drive, a bloop, which will dunk in there for a single. Big turn at first, but cut the check. Anthony Mackie will hold for a leadoff hit. Here's the replay. Next up is Tom Holland, Spider-Man, second baseman. 327, a homer, 4 RBIs. Inside corner with the slider. Count is no balls and 1 strike to Holland. Runner leads off first. Misses outside. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. During the regular season, Tom Holland led the Avengers in hits with 218. He was the National League batting champion. Did he check it? Yes, he did. The ball gets away, but no advance. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Spider-Man. Game 6 of the World Series, first inning. Misses high. Count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike to Holland. On deck is Iron Man. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Fulton Witch. Pops it up at home plate. Charging is the first baseman. In foul territory, Murray makes the catch, 1 away. Starting lineup for the Hollywood Avengers here in Game 6 of the World Series. Anthony Mackie's at short. Tom Holland's at second. Robert Downey Jr. is at first. The catcher is Mark Ruffalo. Chadwick Boseman is at third. Sebastian Sands in left. The DH, Benedict Cumberbatch. Batting's 8th, and in right field, Dave Bautista, and batting 9th and playing center field, Don Cheadle. Robert Downey Jr. is hitting .265 for the postseason. Takes it outside corner, strike 1. He does have 4 homers and 9 RBIs in the postseason. Runner leads off first. Check the swing. 2-seam fastball is high, ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Tony Stark. Breaking ball off the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike. You're looking at Terry Francona, the manager of the Cleveland baseball team. Here comes a 2-1 pitch to Robert Downey Jr. Chases a high fastball. Count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quick throw to first. Mackie's back. In there, cold strike 3. And there are 2 away. Postseason bracket, as you can see, the blue side is the National League side. The red side is the American League side. And in the center of this bracket, a 3-2 lead for the Hollywood Avengers. If they win today, they win the World Series. If they lose, Game 7. Next up, Mark Ruffalo, 327, 2 homers, 16 runs batted in during the regular. Check that during the postseason. 2 outs, runner leads off first. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. During the regular season, Mark Ruffalo led the ball club in RBIs. Pitch out, nothing doing. 2 ball, no strike count on the Incredible Hulk. Ground ball up the middle, fielded, spins, fires, got him. Side retired. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of 1 inning of play here in Game 6 of the World Series. No score. We go to the top of the second. Up steps Ken Griffey Jr. During the playoffs, he's hitting .328. He has 5 homers and 12 RBIs. Comes a pitch from Hiddleston. Pulls the fastball down the right field line, out of play for strike 1. Tom Hiddleston won 18 games during the regular season. Only his brother, Chris Hemsworth, had more with 21. Grounded to first, fielded by Tony Stark, steps on the bag, and there is 1 out. Defensive alignment for the Hollywood Avengers in the outfield from left to right. Sebastian Stan, Don Cheadle, and Gold Glove winner Dave Bautista. And in the infield, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Mackie, Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr., with Mark Ruffalo behind home plate. Next up is the shortstop, Trevor Story, hitting .323 in the postseason. And that's a base hit to left, a one-out single for the Cleveland baseball team. Here's the replay. Pulls it between short and third. Big leg kick. Next up, Marcell Ozuna, the left fielder, .233, but he has 3 homers and 6 RBIs. Runner leads off first. It's going to throw. Not in time, so Trevor Story singles, steals a base, puts himself in scoring position here in the top of the second. Welcome to Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. This is Game 6 of the World Series. Pulls the slider foul down the left field line. The count is no balls and 2 strikes on Ozuna. Fouls it back behind home plate. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. If the Avengers win, they win the World Series. They're up 3-2. If the Cleveland baseball team wins, Game 7 tomorrow. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. There are 2 away. First strikeout for Loki. Here's the replay.
The catcher, number 13, Salvador.
Terrible angle. Next up is the catcher Salvador Perez, hitting .262, but he has 5 homers and 11 RBIs during the postseason. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Late on the fastball, fouls it up the first base line, strike 1. Swing and a miss at the fastball, count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Perez. And it's a line drive towards the left center field gap. Racing over is Don Cheadle to make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 1 left on at the end of an inning and a half here in Game 6 of the World Series. No score. We go to the bottom of the second. Up steps the late, great Chadwick Boseman. He's hitting .346, 2 homers, 11 RBIs. He played Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Chases a fastball outside. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss. Quickly, no strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, pardon me. Check the swing, curveball in the dirt, 1-2. Check the swing, sliders outside, count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fultonowicz trying to get him to chase. Inside corner, an 0-2 count becomes a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is the Winter Soldier. Here comes the full count pitch. And he pops him up in the infield. Charging is the third baseman. Martinez makes the catch for the first down. Next up is Sebastian Stan, 22 for 52, 423 during the playoffs. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Pitch was low, ball 1. In 87 games, Sebastian Stan had 13 homers and 61 runs batted in. Pulls it, foul. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Line drive, base hit to right field, and it will roll all the way to the wall. No, won't. Pardon me, Al Kaline gets to it. Throws to second. It's going to be closer than I thought. The throw is offline. It is a 1-out double for the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes. And the Avengers have a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the second. Welcome to the live stream, King Sonic. You know the deal. This is Game 6 of the World Series. Welcome to this playoff game. So with a runner in scoring position, up steps the designated hitter, Cumberbatch, hitting .289, a homer, 9 RBIs. Swings at the first pitch, skies it to left. Routine play for Ozuna. He makes the catch for out number 2. So if the Avengers win today, they win the World Series. They become the champions of baseball. However, if the Cleveland baseball team wins, they force a Game 7 tomorrow. So we're trying to avoid Game 7. We're trying to win the World Series today. It's this game. This is the one that matters. Pitch to Dave Bautista's inside, ball 1. Runner leads off second, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning, no score. That's a line drive, base hit, pulled his hands in and drove it to the left field wall. Rounding first and heading to, no, he's going to stop at first. But it's an RBI single and a 1-0 lead for the Hollywood Avengers. Drax, the Destroyer, puts the Avengers on the board here in Game 6. Here's the replay. Your good luck, King Sonic. Next up, Don Cheadle plays James Rhodes in the MCU. He's hitting .314 in the playoffs. He has 2 homers and 7 RBIs. Switch hitter batting from the left side against Fulton Rich. 1-0 lead for the Avengers. Slider off the plate outside, ball 1. Bautista leads off first. 2 outs. High, 2 balls, no strikes. And that's a line drive, base hit, bloop to right. Runners will be at first and second for the Avengers with 2 away. He yanked it, soft liner to right field. No chance for Al Kaline and right to make the catch. Lineup turns over. Anthony Mackie, the new Captain America, singled in the first inning. He steps up. Grounder to second. Underhands it to Trevor Story to retire the side. But the Avengers get on the board after 2 innings of baseball here in Game 6 of the World Series. The Hollywood Avengers lead 1-0. Oh, yeah. So we go to the top of the third. Up steps the DH, Gene Segura. He's only 8 for 48 in the postseason. He's hitting .167. Tom Hiddleston deals. Outside corner, but called a strike. 98 on the radar gun. Jams him with the 2-seam fastball inside on the hands. Count as no balls and 2 strikes on Segura. Deep drive. Back goes Bautista. And it's off the wall. Oh no! They misplay it, but luckily he stops at second. It's a leadoff double for Segura. Tying run at second with nobody out. Gave it a ride. You could just hear the murmur of nervousness kind of ripple through the crowd. Next up, Colton Wong, the second baseman. 161, a homer, 6 RBIs. Grounder to second. Fields fires, got him. Runner will move to third with 1 out. So the Cleveland baseball team have the tying run at third base and less than 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Lineup turns over. Edgar Martinez steps up. It flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Pitches high, ball 1. Edgar Martinez was a perennial all-star in the 1990s. Ground ball up the middle and through. It is a single and a RBI for Edgar Martinez, and this ball game is tied at 1. Here's the replay. Ground ball with eyes. No chance for Holland at second. Next up, Al Kaline. 0 for 1. Inside corner with the fastball, strike 1. High slider, but called a strike. Count as no balls and 2 strikes. Kaline had 31 homers during the regular season. Runner leads off first. Jams him, breaks his bat. The catch is made by Tony Stark. At first, there are 2 away. He got a little distracted by the shards of the barrel flying in his direction. So 2 outs, runner at first. Up steps Eddie Murray. Eddie's 0 for 1. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty, Tom Hiddleston. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Gets a piece of the 97-mile-an-hour fastball to foul it back and stay alive. Count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes on Murray. Swing and a miss, down and in. Couldn't get a piece of that slider. Struck him outside, retired. However, an RBI single by Al Kaline puts him on the board. It's a 1-1 tie in Game 6 of the World Series. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. So up steps Tom Holland, Spider-Man. He's 0 for 1.
The second baseman, Tom Holland.
Check the swing. Pitch is outside, ball 1. During the regular season, Tom Holland led the National League in batting average with a .355 average. Swing and a miss at the low slider in the dirt. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Check the swing. Pitch is low, 2-1. So this is Game 6 of the World Series. Avengers win. They win the World Series. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. Hitters count. Just gets a piece of the 2-seam fastball. Count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cleveland must win to force a Game 7 here at Crosley Field tomorrow in order to win the World Series. That ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Tom Holland hits a solo shot here in the bottom of the 3rd inning to give the Hollywood Avengers a 2-1 lead here in Game 6 of the World Series. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Oh, yeah. Here's the replay. Fultonowicz, close up. He hit 18 homers during the regular season. He now has a home run in the World Series. So 2-1 lead. Up steps Robert Downey Jr. Struck out in the 1st. He's 0 for 1. Down and in. He checked his swing. Ball 1. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Pulls it, foul. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. Robert Downey Jr. is the man that started it all in 2008 with the first Iron Man film. If that film had bombed, maybe there would be no MCU. Pitch is high, ball 3, hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike to Tony Stark. Here it comes. And he's out in front, pulls it deep, but foul. Count will go full 3-2. And that's a walk. So after the solo shot by Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr. works out a walk. Up next is the Incredible Hulk Mark Ruffalo, who is 0 for 1, grounded out in the 1st inning. During the regular season, he had 37 homers and 142 RBIs. Check the swing, change up low, ball 1. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd for the Avengers. Did he check it? Yes, he did. 3-0 count. Will he have the green light on 3-0? If you know me at all, you'll know that he will not have the green light. My hands are off the controller. I always take a 3-0 pitch because that's what happens. They throw it off the plate, you swing at it, it's ball 4, and you end up popping up like a moron. The pitching coach for the Cleveland baseball team steps out onto the mound to talk to Fultonowicz, see if he can slow it down, discuss strategy, because now all of a sudden after the solo shot by Tom Hiddleston, now check that, by Tom Holland, it's 1st and 2nd and nobody out for Chadwick Boseman, the late great Chadwick Boseman. We love you forever.
Ball one.
Slider off the plate, ball 1. Could have been a strike. Called the ball. Right on the corner. Deep, but foul. Strike 1. Count to Black Panther evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Down and in, 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, runners lead off 1st and 2nd. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-1 lead for the MCU. And he skies it to right. Pop-up, infield fly rule in effect. Eddie Murray makes the catch, 1 away. Next up, Sebastian Stan. He has a double and a run scored today. Again, runners at 1st and 2nd, now 1 out.
Nope.
Check the swing, pitch is high and tight, ball 1. In the dirt, blocked nicely, no advance. However, the count is 2 balls and no strikes to Bucky Barnes. Grounder through the right side, and it will be bases loaded with 1 away. The runner at 2nd did not get a good start. Slow as molasses is Robert Downey Jr. at 2nd. He stops at 3rd base, so the bases will be full of Avengers here with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. With the bases loaded up steps the Sorcerer Supreme, Dr. Stephen Strange, 0 for 1 today. Slider in there, strike 1. He's 0 for 1. Big moment in the game. Fouls it back. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Cumberbatch. Again, pops it up behind home plate, out of play. The count remains no balls and 2 strikes to Benedict Cumberbatch. Here comes the full count. Here comes the bases loaded pitch. Just gets it in on his hands. Gets a piece to stay alive. And that's a deep fly ball to center. That should be enough. Ken Griffey makes the catch, tagging it 3rd to throw to the plate. It's going to be close. It is out at the plate. Ken Griffey Jr. throws him out to retire the side. And it's a 2-1 lead. They're lucky that it's only a 2-1 lead. We go to the top of the 4th, 2-1. Avengers lead in Game 6 of the World Series. Speaking of the man who just made that amazing throw, Ken Griffey Jr. leads off the top of the 4th. Hiddleston deals. Off the plate, inside, ball 1. You could feel the momentum starting to shift away. And that throw stopped it in its tracks. Pitch inside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. You felt with the bases loaded and 1 out that the ball was about to roll in the direction of the Hollywood Avengers. If it was a tug of war, that the line was being pulled, but then Ken Griffey Jr. with that throw looked high, called the strike, count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. With that throw, stopped it in its tracks. It is, however, still a 2-1 lead here in Game 6 for the Avengers. Count is 1 and 2. Just gets a piece of the changeup to stay alive. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 4th inning in Game 6 of the World Series. Tom Hiddleston on the mound against Ken Griffey Jr., the legendary. Swing and a miss. 96-mile-an-hour fastball, 1 away. Got him. 3rd strikeout of the game for Loki. Was it a strike? I mean, yeah, it was. Just tricked him. Had a lot of movement. Tailing fastball. Next up, the shortstop Trevor Story singled in the 2nd. He is 1 for 1. Check the swing, fastball in there, strike 1. 97 on the radar gun. Inside corner, strike 2. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Story. Pops it up. Left side, in foul territory. Chadwick Boseman waits. Black Panther makes the catch for the second out.
Now back, left fielder, Marcel.
2 down, up steps Marcel Ozuna. Left fielder struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Hiddleston deals. Swing and a miss, the fastball, strike 1. 4 for his last 11. It's 364 clip. Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss, count quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, the high fastball, and the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 4th in Game 6 of the World Series. It's the Avengers 2, the Cleveland baseball team 1. Stepping to the plate for the Avengers, Dave Bautista. He played Drax the Destroyer in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. He has an RBI single today. Checked his swing, fastball high, ball 1. Won a Gold Glove in right field this season. Backs him off the plate with the changeup. Count is 2 balls and no strikes to Dave. And that's another line drive, but I have a feeling this time Marcel Ozuna will make the catch, and he does for out number 1. So with 1 out, up steps Don Cheadle, who is 9 for 18 in this series. 2 homers, 4 RBIs. 9 for 18. And that's a ground ball to the second baseman, Colton Wong, from the knee. Makes the throw in time, 2 pitches, 2 away. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Up steps Anthony Mackie. Anthony has 3 homers and 5 RBIs in the World Series. 1 for 2 with a single today. Fouls off the high fastball, strike 1. Slider misses. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Anthony Mackie has 6 home runs during the postseason. And he might have 7. That's deep to right field. Back goes Al Kaline to the track, looking up. And he does. It's Gonzo. Solo shot for the new Captain America. Cut the check for Anthony Mackie. And it's now a 3-1 lead here in Game 6 of the World Series. Cut the check. His 7th home run during the postseason run. Here's the replay. In his zone, he just turns on it and drives it to right. It's not... The fence in right field here at Crosley Field is not short by any stretch. It's 366 down the line, so there are no gimme shots in right field this stadium. Next up is Spider-Man Tom Holland, who had a solo home run of his own in the 3rd. Check the swing, pitch is low, ball 1. Down and in, 2 balls and no strikes. That's a line drive to center. It may hang up there. No, it will not. Oh, diving catch by Ken Griffey Jr. What? He gave up the body to make the catch to retire the side. However, a solo shot from Anthony Mackie. The end of 4 innings of play. It's a 2-run lead here in Game 6 of the World Series. MCU leads 3-1. So we go to the top of the 5th inning. Salvador Perez, the catcher, steps up. He is 0 for 1. Tom Hiddleston deals. Looked like a strike, called a ball. I guess it was outside. Ball 1. Change up inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. No, that one was a strike. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Out in front of the slider. Count is 1 and 2. Misses just off the outside edge. Count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a fly ball to left. Routine play for Sebastian Stan for the first out. Next up, Gene Segura, who hit a double off that left center field scoreboard, scored a run. He is 1 for 1. Outside corner, strike one. And another drive towards that scoreboard, and I have a feeling that's going to be another double. And yes, indeed, it's a one-out double for Gene Segura, and the tying run will come to the plate here in the top of the 5th inning. Hitting only 161 in the postseason coming in, and he has 2 doubles today. Heroes come in all shapes and sizes. Next up, Colton Wong, grounded out in the 3rd. He is 0 for 1. Runner in scoring position. Swinging to miss the inside fastball, strike one. 96 on the radar gun. This is Game 6 of the World Series. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Avengers win this game. They win the World Series. Cleveland wins. They force a Game 7 tomorrow. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Colton Wong with a runner in scoring position. And he's going to score. And the ball will roll all the way to the wall. It's an RBI double for Colton Wong. It's a 3-2 lead for the Hollywood Avengers. And the tying run is in scoring position here in the top of the 5th. Oh, no. Lineup turns over. Manager is going to go to the bullpen. He's not going to waste any time at all. Sam Jackson, Bradley Cooper. Manager's going to talk to Loki, see how the Asgardian feels about things. Edgar Martinez already has an RBI single today. He's 5 for 23 in the postseason. He's going to keep him in. Inside fastball, strike one. Late on the fastball, slicing foul. Count to Edgar is no balls and 2 strikes. And it's a fly ball to left. Check that, right. Pardon me. Bautista makes the catch 2 away. Sometimes in pressure situations, I mix up my lefts and my rights. So you'll have to pardon me. So 2 outs, up steps Al Kaline, who's 0 for 2 today. 7 for 23 in the World Series. Off the plate, ball 1. Al Kaline is a legendary player from, let's say, the 1950s, I would imagine. Slider off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. And that's a line drive, base hit to center field. The throw to the plate from the center field is up the line. He's going to second. And it's a tie ball game. Al Kaline advances to second on the RBI single and the throw home. This is a brand new ball game. Game 6 of the World Series is now tied at 3. Eddie Murray steps up to the plate. Inside corner, strike one. 7 for 21 in the postseason. The World Series. And he hits a fly ball to left. There is the Winter Soldier to retire the side, but they score twice and tie Game 6 of the World Series up at 3 after 4.5 innings of play. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Next up, Robert Downey Jr., 0 for 1.
The first baseman, number 12.
Fultonowicz deals. Pulls it foul for strike one. Grounder to first. Scooped by Eddie Murray. Steps on the bag, 1 away.
The batter, number 84.
Next up, Mark Ruffalo. Officially, he is 0 for 1. He walked in the 3rd inning. Fastball low and outside, ball 1.
Ball 1,
He had 142 runs batted in during the regular season, 16 in the postseason. Bouncer up the middle, fielded by Colton Wong from the left field side of second. He throws to first in time, 2-away. Next up, Chadwick Boseman, who's 0 for 2 today, popped out twice. Check the swing, pitches outside, ball 1. Chadwick had 186 hits during the regular season, 22 home runs. That's a line drive caught by Trevor Story. Side is retired. So 5 innings complete here in Game 6 of the World Series. The ball game is tied at 3. So we go to the top of the 6th inning. Up steps Ken Griffey Jr. 0 for 2 today. Hiddleston is still out there. Pops it up down the left field line, slicing out of play for strike 1. Swing and a miss, the slider in the dirt. Got him to chase, count as quickly, no balls, and 2 strikes. That's a deep drive to right, but playable for Drax the Destroyer. Bautista makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Trevor Story, 1 for 2 with a single today. Base is empty here in the top of the 6th inning. In there, strike 196 on the radar gun. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jams him. Roller to second. Tom Holland fields, fires, got him. And there are 2 away.
Now batting, the left fielder.
With 2 outs, up steps Ozuna, who's struck out twice today. He is 0 for 2. It's Game 6 of the World Series. The Avengers win, they win the World Series. The Cleveland baseball team wins. They force the Game 7 charging, but overthrow is in time. Gorgeous play by Black Panther Chadwick Boseman. I thought when he caught it with the glove and not the bare hand that he would not get him in time, but he did. After 5.5, this game is still tied at 3. Oh, yeah. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Sebastian Stan, who's 2 for 2. His hot hitting continues. A single and a double. Slider off the plate, ball 1. Bullpen for the Indians, the Guardians, the whatever you want to call them. Chaz Rowe is the right-hander. Luis Avilan is the lefty, getting loose. That's a line drive. In there for a base hit, leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th for the Avengers. He is 3 for 3 today in Game 6 of the World Series.
Now batting, number 3.
And Terry Francona has seen enough. His back's against the wall. He cannot wait. Takes the ball, asks for the right-hander. In comes Orlando Reyes. That's interesting. His 3rd game in the postseason. Pitched 4 1/3. Given up, I believe, 3 runs in 4 1/3. Benedict Cumberbatch is 0 for 2. And he pulls it foul. Strike. 3-3 game here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner leads off first. Grounded, foul. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Stephen Strange. Outside and low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, runner leads off first. That's Sebastian Stan. Benedict Cumberbatch is at the plate. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. 3-3 tie here in Game 6 of the World Series. Here it comes from Reyes. Grounder to first, over to second for 1, back to first. A 3-6-3 double play turned beautifully by Eddie Murray at first base. And there are 2 outs and the bases are empty. Here's a replay. So Eddie scoops it, spins, off balance, fires, got him at second. So 2 outs, bases empty, up steps Dave Bautista, who's 1 for 2. He does have an RBI single today. Change up inside, ball 1. Dave hit .318 during the regular season. Ground ball, 1-hopper to Trevor Story. Over to first, dug out of the dirt by Murray, and the side is retired. So after 6 innings of baseball here in Game 6 of the World Series, this ball game is tied at 3. We go to the top of the 7th. Up steps the catcher, Salvador Perez. He's 0 for 2.
The catcher, Salvador Perez.
Misses off the plate, ball 1. Swing and a miss at the slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Down and in, tied him up in knots. Swing and miss, count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chases a slider, strikes him out swinging, and there's 1 out. That's Tom Hiddleston's 5th strikeout of the game. Here's the replay, down and away, just disappearing out of sight. So with 1 out, up steps Gene Segura, who's been hot today. 2 doubles, 2 runs scored. At the knees with the fastball, strike 1. Ground ball up the middle, charging is Mackie, throws to first in time, and finally Segura is retired. There are 2 away. Next up, Colton Wong. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Bases empty, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. At the knees, inside corner, strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 3-3 tie here in the top of the 7th in Game 6 of the World Series. Pitch from Loki. Pulls it to right, near the line. There is Bautista. Drax makes the catch to retire the side. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 7th inning stretch of the World Series. Game 6, tied at 3. Avengers win, and they win the World Series. Cleveland's trying to force a Game 7. Leading off the bottom of the 7th is Don Cheadle. Here comes the pitch from Orlando, out there for a 2nd inning of relief work. And that's a line drive. Base hit to right. Big turn at first, but he will hold. The leadoff man is on here in the top of the 7th inning. And the manager needs to go to the bullpen. Before we hit... I can't go to the manager's office right now. We're going to wait a pitch. Wait a pitch. Mackie's 2 for 3. Solo shot today. Pitch out, nothing doing. Okay, manager's office, bullpen. Sam Jackson is going to sit down. Bradley Cooper is going to sit down. Josh Brolin is going to warm up. Stan Lee is going to warm up. Okay, 1-0 count to the new Captain America. Quick throw to first. They're trying to keep Don Cheadle close. He has the ability to steal a bag. Here comes the pitch. Grounder up the middle. 4 steps on the bag. Over to first in time. And that is a double play. And there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the replay. Colton Wong backhands it, steps on second, throws to first in time. So next up is Spider-Man Tom Holland, who's 1 for 3 with a solo shot in the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Out in front of the slider, swing and miss, strike 1. 3-3 tie here in the bottom of the 7th. Just gets a piece of the slider count. However, it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Spidey. Check the swing. Change up is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Low again. Count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. Here's a pitch from Reyes. high, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck, Robert Downey Jr. Here comes the full count pitch to Holland. Grounder to short. Routine play for Trevor Story, and the side is retired. So we go to the top of the 8th. 3-3 tie here in Game 6 of the World Series. Lineup turns over for Cleveland. Edgar Martinez is 1 for 3. That one is an RBI single, however. Hiddleston is still out there. That's questionable. In there, strike 1. Pulls the changeup foul down the left field line. Count is 0-2 to Edgar. Line drive caught by the third baseman. Wakanda forever, baby. There's 1 out here in the 8th. Nice reaction by the third baseman. Next up, Al Kaline are 1 for 3 with an RBI single as well. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Slicing foul for strike 1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, the inside two-seam fastball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kaline. Ground ball snared by Robert Downey Jr. He takes it himself, and there are 2 away. Nice reaction from the first baseman. So 2 outs, bases empty, up steps Eddie Murray. Yes, indeed, who's 0 for 3 today. Comes the pitch. And it's a fly ball to right center field. There is Bautista to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th in Game 6 of the World Series. This game is tied at 3. Leading off in the bottom of the 8th is Robert Downey Jr. 0 for 2 today. He's 4 homers in the postseason. Pitches outside, ball 1. Checked his swing, sinking fastball is low. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Pulls the sinking fastball, fouled on the right field line, out of play. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Fouls off the fastball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count even. Yanks it down the right field line, out of play. Count will remain 2-2. Grounder towards the hole and through. It's a single to lead off the bottom of the 8th. We love you 3000, Tony. It's a ground ball with eyes through the right side. Next up, the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, who's 0 for 2 today. Runner leads off first. Changeup is low, ball 1. Orlando Reyes is out there still. This is his 23rd pitch. It's his 3rd inning of work. Fastball off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. Robert Downey Jr. leads off first. Mark Ruffalo at the plate. Out in front of the changeup, swing and a miss. The 2-0 pitch, it's 2-1. Inside off the plate, hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike to Hulk. Here it comes. And that's a line drive headed right for Marcell Ozuna, who makes the catch for out number 1. Hit it on the nose, but right at the left fielder. Next up, Black Panther, who's 0 for 3 today. Again, runner at first, 1 out. And that's a deep drive. Back goes Ozuna on the warning track, makes the catch for the 2nd out. Tony Stark returns to first, so 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Next up, Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldiers, 3 for 3. He has 2 singles and a double. He scored a run. Steps in with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, the inside fastball, strike 1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's a line drive. It looks like it's going to dunk in there for a single. He's going to go to third. Robert Downey Jr. will make it to third. He's going to second. To throw to second is in time. Side retired. Terrible decision from Winter Soldier to retire the side. At the end of 8, the game is still tied. It's game 6 of the World Series. You can't make a mental mistake like that. We go to the top of the 9th. Manager goes to the bullpen, brings in Josh Brolin. No, brings in Stan Lee. Stan Lee is going to come in and pitch. Stan the man, Excelsior. Just gets a piece of the breaking ball, strike 1. Cut fastball low and inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Chases a screwball down and in, count is 1 and 2. Swing and a miss, the cutter. Struck him out swinging and there's 1 away. Griffey wanted to know if it was a strike. The umpire nodded and said yes. Let's see. Yeah, that's inside corner, but that's a strike. Just had great movement. Next up, Trevor Story. Breaking ball in there, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pulls it foul. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Trevor. Jams him, fouls it back. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. 3-3 game in Game 6 of the World Series. Avengers win. They win the World Series. Cleveland trying to force a Game 7. Skies it to right, deep. Back into the corner goes Bautista. He makes the catch for out number 2. Gave it a ride. Any other ballpark, that might have been a solo home run. But not here at Crosley Field. So 2 outs, up steps Marcell Ozuna, who is 4 for 22 in the World Series so far. 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch. Looked low, called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is no balls and 1 strike. Fouls off the cutter, 0 and 2. Went too far, swing and a miss, struck him out. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Game 6 of the World Series. Stanley comes in the 8th, takes care of business. He is Stan the man, Excelsior. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for watching. Benedict Cumberbatch is 0 for 3 today. He leads off. For some reason, Orlando Reyes is still on the mound. And he may suffer the consequences, as that is a single to lead off the top of the 9th. And the winning run is at first here in Game 6. Do I have anyone? The manager is going to look at substitutions. I want to see if I have anyone. Speed for Benedict Cumberbatch is 55. 74, 69, 65, 37, 52. Nobody's really... Wait. Scarlett Johansson. I'm not going to mess with Scarlett Johansson. She's my starter for tomorrow. We're going to keep it the way it is. Stay as we are. Up next, Dave Bautista. Grounder to third, backhanded, tosses to second for the force, over to first, double play, round the horn double play, 5-4-3. The most difficult double play that you'll ever see, and the infield of the Cleveland baseball team turn it to make it 2 outs, bases empty here in the 9th inning. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. Up steps Don Cheadle. 2 for 3 with 2 singles today. Hitting from the left side against the righty, Reyes. Fouls it off, strike one. And at some point we have to give Orlando Reyes a feather in his cap for keeping them off the board for all of these innings. Pitch is low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Regardless of what happens, he's pitched at least 4 shutout innings. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. This is a team that can score runs. 3-1 count. On deck, Anthony Mackie. 2 outs here in the ninth. Fouls it off. The count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Don Cheadle. So it's a 2-out, 9th inning walk to Don Cheadle, War Machine, and the winning run is at first base. Up next is Anthony Mackie, who has hit a solo home run today. He's 2 for 4. He's hit .450 for the postseason. He has 7 homers and 13 runs batted in. Runner leads off first, has speed. Pitches off the plate, ball 1. Makes you wonder where the bullpen is right now. You know, Orlando Reyes has done a great job, but can't leave him out hang out to dry. Fouls off the fastball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs in the ninth here in Game 6 of the World Series. He's going, pitches in there for a strike. The throw down is not in time. He steals the bag, and the winning run in Game 6 of the World Series is in scoring position with 2 outs. A single could win the World Series. Let's see what happens. Pulls it foul. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good pitch to hit. Little out in front. Did he go? No, he did not, according to the third base umpire. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-3 tie. Runner lead in scoring position at second. Here's the pitch from Reyes. Strike 3 called. Side retired. We go to extra innings in the World Series. Reyes does the job. We go to the top of the 10th. It's a 3-3 tie. Game 6. Up next, Salvador Perez, 0 for 3. Chases a screwball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Nasty pitch from Stan the Man Excelsior. Deep drive to left center field. Charging is War Machine. Don Cheadle will make the catch. There's 1 out here in the 10th. So Gene Segura, 2 for 3 with 2 doubles today. Steps up to the plate. 1 out. Pitches outside, ball 1. Misses inside, 2 balls and no strikes on Segura. Fly ball to left, deep, but in front of the warning track. Sebastian Stan makes the catch, and there are 2 away here in the top of the 10th. Next up, Colton Wong, left-handed hitter, 1 for 3 with an RBI double. I have a feeling. Misses inside, ball 1. We have to go to the bullpen. This is the last guy. Bullpen, Josh Brolin. Bradley Cooper. .1-0 pitch to Wong. Grounder to first, knocked it down, picks it up, races him to the bag, and the side is retired. So we go to the bottom of the 10th here in Game 6 of the World Series, tied at 3. Chaz Rowe is in there. Manager is going to go to the bullpen. Righty switch. Sit down Bradley Cooper. Sit down Josh Brolin. Warm up Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner is going to come in the game to pitch the 11th. Holland is 1 for 4. That one is a big one, a solo shot. just gets a piece of the two-seam fastball for strike one. We are in extra innings here in the Game 6 of the World Series, tied at 2. Check the swing. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Tom Holland. Went too far. Couldn't hold back. Count is 1-2. Chaz Rowe deals. Foul tip into the glove. Strike 3. And there's 1 out. Next up, Robert Downey Jr. had a single in the 8th. He is 1 for 3. Cut fastball misses outside, ball 1. Lefty Luis Avilan and the closer Dennis Eckersley warming in the bullpen for the Cleveland Indians, Cleveland Guardians, Cleveland baseball team, what have you. Off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes here in the 1 out in the bottom of the 10th. High, 3 balls, no strikes. On deck, Mark Ruffalo. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. Taking a pitch. Pitch is high, but called a strike. Hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike, and now the handcuffs are off. Let's see what happens. Chaz Rowe deals. Pulls it foul down the right field line. The count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Robert Downey Jr. Ball 4, so it's a 1-out walk for Tony Stark. And the winning run is at first base for the Avengers. Next up, Mark Ruffalo. Mark, it's 0 for 3 today. Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss, strike 1. Couldn't stay back. Line drive caught by the shortstop, and there are 2 away here in the bottom of the 10th. Game 6 of the World Series. The Avengers win, they win the World Series. If Cleveland wins, they force a Game 7. Up next, Black Panther Chadwick Boseman. May he live forever in our hearts and minds. Runner at first, 2 away. Slider is low, ball 1. Runner leads off first. He is the winning run. Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. In there, looked high, called a strike, count is 1-2. Chaz Rowe sets and delivers. And hits a sky-high fly ball to center, but playable for Ken Griffey Jr. And we will go to the 11th inning here in Game 6 of the World Series, tied at 3. In the 11th, Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye, who is the closer. He's pitched in 5 games in the postseason. His record is 2-0. He has 2 saves. He has not given up an earned run. Leading off, Mr. Outlander, you're here just in time. Game 6 of the World Series is in the 11th inning. The Avengers win. They win the World Series. If Cleveland wins, they force a Game 7. Here comes the pitch. Fastball looked outside, called the strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. Backs him off the plate with the 2-seamer. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Looked like a strike with the slider. Called the ball. The count is 2-1. And he fouls it back. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. I just got the notification. Not too happy about that. Sorry about that, Mr. Outlander. I was just assuming that maybe you were at work or busy and that you would watch it later. Not a big deal. I mean, that's the beauty of YouTube. Grounds it, foul. Count will remain even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tie ball game here in the top of the 11th. Swing and a miss. He tries to come in contact with that slow slider by comparison, but instead he gets struck out. Here's the replay. Jeremy Renner, first strikeout. Hawkeye. Next up, right fielder, Hall of Famer Al Kaline, RBI single today. He is 1 for 4. Fastball in there, strike. Fouls it back, strike 2, count no balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball, base hit through the right side. Kaline is 2 for 5, and they have a run around first base here in the top of the 11th. Here's the replay.
The first baseman, number 33, Eddie Murray.
Next up, Eddie Murray, switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Hawkeye. 0 for 4 today. He has 22 runs batted in during the postseason. Swings and fouls it back, 100 miles an hour on the radar gun. However, still it's strike 1. Hard ground ball, base hit through the right side, and it'll be runners at first and second and nobody out here in Game 6 of the World Series. Eddie Murray is indeed a great comedian. He's also a pretty good baseball player. So now with 2 on and 1 out, up steps what is perhaps the greatest hitter of a generation, Ken Griffey Jr., who is 3 homers and 5 RBIs in this World Series. Today, however, he is 0 for 4. He will face Hawkeye. In there, strike 1. Al Kaline at second, Eddie Murray at first, top of the 11th inning. Extras here in Game 6. Misses outside. Count as 1 ball, 1 strike. The Cleveland baseball team in this World Series were down 0-2 and down 3-1. They're trying to force a Game 7. Can they do it? Pops him up. Short right field. There is the second baseman. Bautista's right behind him, and there are 2 away. So with 2 outs and 2 on, up steps right-hander Trevor Story, who's 8 for 23 in this World Series. He has a single today. He's 1 for 4. Outside corner with the fastball, triple digits on the radar gun, strike 1. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 2. Count as quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. You know the Avengers want to take care of business today in Game 6 because now they pretty much have lost their closer, Jeremy Renner, if there is a Game 7. So, swing and a miss, struck him out, side retired. We go to the bottom of the 11th here in Game 6 of the World Series, tied at 3. Before we go to the plate in the bottom of the 11th, we're going to go to the bullpen. Righty. Bradley Cooper's going to warm up. Bradley Cooper's coming in to pitch the 12th, if there is one. Stan is 4 for 4 today. The Winter Soldier has 4 hits. Fastball inside from Chaz Rowe, ball 1. High, 2 balls and no strikes. Chases a 2-seam fastball down and away. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Sebastian Stan. Off the plate with the 2-seam fastball. Hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Dr. Strange. Ground ball through the right side. Checked at the left side through the vacated shortstop hole. Again, another situation where the shift burned the infield of the Cleveland baseball team. That is the spot where Trevor Story is normally standing. They had the shift on, watch the replay, and he hits it right through that vacated shortstop hole. However, the winning run is at first base here in the bottom of the 11th for the Avengers. Benedict Cumberbatch singled in the 9th. He's 1 for 4. He needs to move that runner over to second base. Will he bunt? Avengers don't bunt. He needs to use the Eye of Agamotto and stop time. Let's go. Off the plate, ball 1. Benedict Cumberbatch, the designated hitter today, infielder during the regular season. Pulls it, foul. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. He wishes he could have that pitch back. Outside corner, called a strike. Nasty pitch. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Strange. Runner leads off first. Nobody out. Pitch is high. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, Drax the Destroyer. Line drive headed towards the corner, and it is a foul ball. And we'll do it again. Count will remain full. Here it comes. Foul. Chaz Rowe up to 28 pitches, his 2nd inning of work. And that's a deep drive. It looks like it's going to go over his head. It's Gonzo! It's Gonzo! And the Avengers have won the World Series in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 11th. Benedict Cumberbatch, the Sorcerer Supreme, is the MVP with a walk-off 2-run home run to win the World Series in 6 games. Woo! The Hollywood Avengers are world champions of baseball. Here's the replay. 3-2 pitch in the zone from Chaz Rowe. Yanks it down that right field line. At first I thought it was going to be over his head and bounce into the corner, and it was going to be a foot race for the base runner heading from first to home, but it made it over that right field wall for a 2-run home run for the Avengers to win the World Series in 6 games in extra innings. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. I want to say thank you to everybody during the course of the season. This is actually game number 176. And that's because I played every single game from the beginning of the season. No skipped innings, no simulated games. All of them on YouTube. 162 for the regular season. The Avengers swept the Pittsburgh Pirates in the division series 3 straight games. That's 163, 4, and 5. Then they took the Milwaukee Brewers in the National League Championship Series 5 games. And then now it took 6 games to get rid of the Cleveland baseball team in the World Series. Thanks, guys. Thanks, gals. Thanks, everybody. I sincerely appreciate your support. I feel your love. Thank you for your comments. A big thank you to King Sonic. A big thank you to the Outlander Show, especially to you two, because you guys have been there since the beginning. Sebastian Stan with his 5 hits today. 5 hits for Sebastian Stan. He is your player of the game. However, an honorable mention goes to Dr. Stephen Strange. Postseason baseball on MLB The Show. So what's up for the future? The future of... Oh, what's this? Is this some sort of highlight video? We'll let it run. Hell, why not? Let it run. So what's the future of MLB The Show? For now, it's time to put the series to bed, retire baseball for a few months, wait for the next version of MLB The Show to come out, hopefully on the PlayStation 5. This happens to be PlayStation 4. It right now in the real world is early January 2022. I'm assuming that in March of 2022, a couple of months from now, the new version of MLB The Show will be available. I will buy that the first day it is available. I will create a franchise. It'll be time for some more action, more World Series action, we hope. Anyway, thanks again for your time and your energy. I am RC Robbin. This has been Avengers Baseball. We are World Series champions, and I will see you again soon. Thanks again.